How's it going tonight, everyone? Welcome to Cobra Kai Studio, and this is another fan question videos, which is going to be a special one because it's on Halloween. So, happy Halloween, everyone. I hope you're having a great holiday, whatever it be that you celebrate. And we don't have very much questions tonight, so it's going to be a very quick and short video. So we'll get right into it. From Quiet Lighten, he had commented, he will start calling Daniel by his first name. And I'm assuming that you're referring to in the last video, which I guess it's possible. But I guess we'll see on that one. On to the next question from Quiet Lightning. Johnny, in all likelihood, will move off of the grid. I believe Daniel will need to help him accomplish this. Johnny doesn't have the savvy required to effectively drop off the grid. Johnny will need to hide from some sinister people, even if he doesn't see it. His personal motivation will be simple and powerful enough. He will be extremely uncomfortable and hurt living in the proximity of the Diaz apartment. If I'm right, what do you believe would make it necessary for Johnny to drop out of sight and keep a very low profile? Well, honestly, I'm not sure on that one. Me personally, I do believe that I don't think he's going to stay, next to Carmen and Miguel, especially if the conflict between them is still, in high swing, I guess you'd say. So if there's really a lot of conflict with that, I don't think Johnny will end up staying close by, unless for any reason him and Carmen work things out. But I don't think that's something we can expect to see right away in the season, if in Season 3 at all. Or at all in general, because, there's a lot of conflict on, I guess, Carmen's part with how she feels about Johnny having trained Miguel. Miguel got injured the way he did, and then, obviously, things ended the way they did in Season 2, and now she blames Johnny. For him to effectively drop off the grid, though, I don't know if I would say that's a possibility, unless, we are assuming he is indeed friends with, Mike Barnes, or anybody else from the past, which obviously we know he still has some connections with the old Cobras, because we've seen that in the season already. So it kind of makes you wonder. I wouldn't say for sure that he would disappear, but I imagine he's gonna kind of do his own thing in a different way. Because in a sense, we started with Season 1 with him kind of being on the bottom, and he slowly kind of worked his way back up, only to kind of end up right back at the same spot come the end of Season 2. So I'm not exactly sure what we can expect fully to see on that. But I'm sure it'll be something along those lines. So I kind of like the way you worded it, though, for sure, Quiet. And on to the next one from Aaron. Amanda told Daniel no more karate, but she didn't say that Johnny couldn't teach the Miyagi-Do students. No, she didn't, but I don't know, for one, that the students would want to be trained by Johnny, or that Johnny would want to train them either. Because it's a completely different dojo, and it's a completely, It's just, I don't think it would match up right, and only way I see that working out is if for any reason Daniel and Johnny were to work together, which is a whole nother story that a lot of people kind of seem to speculate will happen or won't happen. So what do you think on that one? Do you feel like maybe Johnny could end up teaching the Miyagi-Do students, whether it be with Daniel's guidance, whatever be the case? I'm not so sure how I feel exactly on that one, because it's kind of a tough one to talk about, because obviously we don't know. Season 3 is not here yet. On to the next comment from Roy. Here's the Miyagi secret. Chojan Miyagi, the real-life model for the Miyagi character, went to China several times and for a long period studied White Crane Kung Fu, added it to his karate, and called it Goju Ryu, or hard soft style. Mr. Miyagi teaches Daniel only a soft circular style. What are the origins of Cobra Kai? A totally hard linear style. Kim Sung-young of Korea, but where did he learn that? The real-life style of Cobra Kai is modeled after is Tang So-do, and the founder studied Korean martial arts, but also karate in Okinawa and Kung Fu in China. What does Miyagi always preach? What does he always say when faced with problems or karate? Balance. But what should be a balanced martial art is only soft style. Doesn't make sense. I think the origins of Cobra Kai are in Miyagi, and that its older half of Miyagi-Do, that realizations will be as big and as revealing as waxing the car is blocking punches. Cobra Kai's kata, watch Silver doing it, will match exactly Miyagi-Do kata in strikes and blocks. They're both actually a two-man kata. Yeah, I know what you mean there, Roy. And yeah, it's they're all kind of, in a sense, they have a lot of similarities where they could kind of tie together. And the Cobra Kai and Miyagi-Do together would, in a sense, make the hard soft style of training. So it kind of makes you wonder exactly who all Mr. Miyagi actually trained with, and what he actually trained in. Obviously, he taught Daniel a specific style that he learned, but even I don't feel that that's all that Mr. Miyagi knew and all that he was taught. Now, why that's all he chose to teach Daniel, I guess, is it's his own reasons. Maybe he felt like that was the better of the martial arts to go in and actually work towards training. But at the same time, it's kind of counteracts itself. It's like there's a lot of signs of both playing out with the Cobra Kai, the way that they trained, And then, of course, the way Miyagi-Do is being trained today with Daniel. On to the next one from Roy. As Cobra Kai fandom pointed out, the blood is on Hawk's fingertips, not his knuckles. Not a fight then. Then look at his face. It's a shock of horror, not anger. Yeah, I see what you mean, and it's kind of like, I wonder what he actually did, what that blood is from. A lot of people are pretty positive it's not his blood, but at the same time, I guess it could be, depending on what kind of training he could have been doing. But the way his expressions are kind of points towards the other, that he might have actually hurt someone in some kind of a way. And it don't have to be knuckles for him to have blood on him. And in a sense, he could have found someone with blood already attached to them, and that's how he got blood on his hands. I guess there's a lot of different variables and possibilities that could actually play out to make its way into the show for that. But I guess that's something we'll have to wait to fully understand and comprehend once Season 3 actually gets here, because right now there's just so many different theories to what the blood on Hawk's hand stands for, what the Grim Reaper on his chest tattoo stands for, why he was looking down at someone when in that specific little scene. Hopefully we get a little more information when we get the actual full Season 3 trailer, which is kind of expected in December at some point in time. But on to the next one from Banzai Kai Dojo. Johnny has to learn balance. Yeah, that he definitely does. He's got a long way to go, I'm assuming, from everything that happened in Season 2 to Season 3. He's got a lot to come back from and a lot to make up for, so I'm kind of curious to where all that's going to go with Johnny and where he's going to be at. On to the next one from Aaron. Will Robbie still be mad at Sam for kissing Miguel? I imagine so, and I'm thinking Robbie's going to be much more of a, not as lenient as he was. I know he wasn't like that lenient, but like I feel like after getting arrested and going to jail, he's either going to take a turn for the worse, or maybe he might try to improve himself. But I'm kind of pointing towards he's probably going to go towards the worser side of things, because that's just kind of how I see it playing out with him. Not to say that that's exactly what will happen, but it's just a possibility that I wouldn't rule out. And on to the next one from Aaron. What if it's that Mike Barn or Terry Silver's house that Tori is walking into the teaser trailer? Oh, from the little teaser trailer. I don't know if that would be either one of their houses. Most people are pretty set on that being some kind of a club of some sort. But I guess it could be Silver's house. I wouldn't rule it past him, I guess. It seems like something Terry Silver would do. On to the next one from Aaron. What if Snake helps Mike Barnes open a karate dojo? I don't know. I think it'd be more of the other way around. Like, not really like Snake would, like Mike Barnes would need Snake's help in a sense, unless Snake's gonna like help with the money wise. But then again, I don't even know if Mike Barnes would open another dojo versus just going back to Cobra Kai, especially if, Silvers comes back and we already know Kreese took over. So I feel like that would be a reason that he would just go back to Cobra Kai versus starting his own. But that's just how I kind of feel about it. On to the next one from Aaron. Will Sam visit Robbie in jail? Don't know, really. I don't know how to think about that. I guess that depends on how Sam's feelings are, or whether she's going to be more worried about Miguel or not. I would imagine is how that would actually play out. But I guess it's something they could add into the show for some kind of dramatic reason, maybe. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how that would actually play out if they was to do that. So if you have any ideas, feel free to let me know down below. Or, because I don't think I'm going to premiere this one, because this one's going to be such a short video. And it's a busy night, so I'm probably just going to upload it. But tomorrow's we'll be back to the premieres. And on to the last comment from Roy. They wouldn't have had Daniel not allowed to teach if there was no plan to bring in another Miyagi-Do teacher, either Julie or Chosen. Yeah, I kind of see what you mean by that. It's a big possibility. I mean, it makes you wonder why they would even go about it that way and, have Daniel's son back training and Miyagi-Do's building up students, and then out of nowhere at the end of Season 2, that just be the end of it. No more dropped. Amanda wants him to have nothing to do with it. I don't think that's how that would exactly play out. Now, it's not to say that it's not going to play out like that, but I don't think it would. It makes kind of no sense for that to be the whole story. So then bringing someone else back that's already a Miyagi-Do student to actually train him could make sense in a lot of ways, because it's a way for them to keep it going without actually having to have Daniel's son training while they're doing whatever they're doing with him along the storyline. So I guess it's kind of just a puzzler there to really think of. I want to know what your opinions are, and anything else you would like me to talk about in the next video, feel free to comment below, because as I said, this one's not going to be premiere, so just let me know how you feel about these questions. Let me know how you feel about the answers, what your answers might be, and so on. But as always, I want to say thank you to Banzai Kai Dojo. Thank you to all of my followers, my subscribers, everyone that watches my videos, likes them, dislikes them, etc. I hope y'all had a great Halloween, Stay safe, and as always, everyone, stay badass. Have a good one.